Okay, so you've just started university, you get your syllabi, and whoa, it hits you. This absolute mountain of assignments, readings, and projects that just feels completely impossible, right? Well, let's talk about how to conquer that mountain, one single step at a time.
I mean, does looking at your schedule for the next few months just fill you with that specific kind of dread? You know the one. It's just a sea of deadlines and massive tasks stretching out as far as the eye can see.
Okay, first things first, take a deep breath. You are definitely not alone in feeling this way. Being overwhelmed is, well, it's kind of part of the deal at first. But the good news? There is a really simple, super powerful strategy that helps you take back control and actually turn all that anxiety into action. And that strategy? It's called the task breakdown method. And listen, this isn't just another productivity hack for getting things done. It's about completely changing the way you see your workload. It's about making it feel manageable and, yeah, believe it or not, even a little bit motivating. So what is it exactly? It's honestly so simple, it's brilliant. You take a huge, intimidating project, like that 15-page research paper that's looming over you, and you chop it up. You break it into a bunch of smaller, way less scary steps. So instead of facing this one giant monster, you've got a whole series of tiny little hurdles that you can just hop over one by one. All right, so how do we take this cool idea and turn it into an actual plan? Well, it all starts with creating a blueprint for yourself. Seriously, having a solid strategy before you even think about starting the work, that is the absolute key to success here. And the process has a really clear logic to it. First up, you've got to really understand the task. Like, read that assignment guide until you know it inside and out. Then, you start identifying all the little subtasks. So for that big paper, that means find sources, create an outline, write the intro, draft body paragraphs. You get the idea. Step 3, you give each of those little pieces its own deadline. These are your milestones. And finally, the most important part, you actually open your calendar and schedule blocks of time to do the work. This becomes your roadmap to getting it done. Okay, so once you've got that solid blueprint, it's time to switch gears. We're moving from planning to doing. And this next phase, it's all about execution, focus, and building up that unstoppable momentum. This is where the rubber really meets the road. First, you've got to prioritize what to work on. Then, you need to maintain that laser focus while you're in the zone. You also have to be flexible enough to look at your plan and adjust it if things change. And this part is so crucial. You have to celebrate your progress along the way. Now, when we talk about prioritizing, it really comes down to one thing: knowing the difference between what's urgent and what's just important. Think about it. That essay that's due this Friday? That's a high priority, get it done now task. The reading for a class that's 3 weeks away? That's lower priority. If you tackle the high priority stuff first, you avoid that last minute panic, and you make sure you're hitting all your most pressing deadlines. Okay, next up, we have to talk about one of the biggest productivity killers on the planet: multitasking. When you're in one of those time blocks you scheduled, let's say it's for writing your introduction, that is the only thing you are doing. Seriously, put the phone away, close the email tab. This single-tasking focus, it will dramatically improve the quality of your work, and you'll actually get it done faster. I promise. And I really want to pause on this for a second, because this might be the most important and most overlooked step of them all. When you finish one of those little subtasks, you have to acknowledge it. You finish the outline? Awesome. Take a 5-minute break. Go grab a coffee. These tiny little celebrations create this amazing positive feedback loop in your brain that keeps you motivated and ready to tackle the next thing on your list. So when you put this all together, what does it add up to? Well, by using this simple method, you're making a huge shift in your mindset. You're literally going from feeling completely crushed by your coursework to feeling organized, in control, and, yeah, even confident. So let's just quickly recap the benefits here, right? This whole strategy makes those huge tasks feel totally manageable. It helps you stay organized and focused. It gives you the confidence to look at any project, no matter how complicated, and think, yeah, I can do this. And best of all, it builds the kind of positive habits and motivation that are going to serve you way beyond graduation. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. Go on, look at your syllabus right now. Find that one assignment, the one that seems the most terrifying, and just ask yourself, what is the very first, tiniest step I can take? Because that's it. That's how you start conquering your coursework.